We're listening to David Bowie, Rock and Roll Suicide.
Which is the name of the chapter. Not such a rock and roll suicide.
Because you talk about, the reason you're drawn to Bowie, and you talked about your love for Bowie, and he's talking to you, and when he's singing about rock and roll suicide, you seriously considered taking your life at this point.
I did, and I saw David Bowie in row D at the Montreal Forum in 1974, pointing right at me singing the song. Not long after I took my mother's biggest butcher. It's funny because my publishing company says, no, don't accentuate on the negative. This is a fun book. It's boisterous.
For 31 chapters, it's a fun book.
Yeah. And then I just wanted out of the family. It was just, it was like the scene. It was the scene from Stand By Me.
Yep.
Gordy. His family hates him, right? His parents, And River Phoenix is like, Gordy, they just don't know you. No, they hate me. They hate me. No, they just don't know you. I guess it's something that a lot of people, if you had that situation, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm lying there with a big knife, and I'm thinking about the ensuing blood-curdling screams and the mess, and I also thought about what my family would think of, at my funeral, and the whispers behind my brothers and sisters, Psst, that's the girl whose brother committed suicide. I just cried myself to sleep and got up and led my life.
Because beatings, like you can get through the beatings will hurt, and then you'll recover, you'll heal.
Yeah.
What gets me in this, what breaks my heart from chapter 32 is what I would call mental warfare that your father wages on you at such a young, impressionable age.
Yeah.
And this is where we got really cathartic, and I really got engaged with your words here as you describe this. Like your dad, the mental abuse and the things he would do, like story after story of things he would do to you, which are just cruel and unusual punishment for a young person, let alone your own son.
Yeah, and then you read about it happening to so many other people. I was reading about Kevin Spacey, how abusive his father was. Look at the Wilson brothers went through. The Beach Boys. It's really.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. How about Bing Crosby's kid? He would beat him with bags of oranges so they wouldn't bruise. It would just go on and on. But yeah, Dad was a strange cat. I'm sure he would have been proud of me today. My brother took me aside one time and said, you got your own show called Gallagher. You know how proud Dad would have been.